So after what turned into a terrible week 2 as far as my pick'em video goes, I'm looking to rebound here in week 3. Welcome to Billievers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to a Pick'em Edition video where we pick every single game. Not only do we pick it straight up, we also pick it against the spread. And at the end of this video, I will give you my Survivor Pool pick of the week. Before we do that, however, I'll remind everyone, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Not only do we do these weekly Pick'em videos during the regular season, we keep you up to date on all things Buffalo Bills. You also want to hit that subscribe button and join me this Sunday for the Buffalo Bills home openers. I'll be giving live play-by-play reaction both here at YouTube and also at sportscaster.com/sports, #sports and Billievers Talk, teaming up to give you the best play-by-play and reaction coverage to every single Buffalo Bills game. So again, you can follow me here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Go over to Sportscaster, link in the description below. We'll be doing the game there as well. So again, thank you for joining me on Billievers Talk. My name is Joe. I want to get into this pick'em video, and of course, we're going to start by remembering how we did last week. Last week, as I said in the open, not that great. I went 8-8. Straight up and went 6-10 against the spread, so not too good. Means that after 2 weeks, my straight up picks, I'm 21-11, and then against the spread, I am 16-16, dead even there. So we look to do better. Now my Survivor Pool picks have survived both weeks so far. You're talking about the Seattle pick week 1 and then Baltimore week 2. So I'll give you that at the end of the video as well. But let's get right into my predictions for this week. Now we're going to start with the Thursday night game as the Tennessee Titans go into Jacksonville, a division game, to play the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville actually getting 1.5 points in this game. Guys, I'm not going to lie, I've actually been pretty high on Minshew so far. I thought he's looked pretty good so far. And Tennessee, the first week they came out, they destroyed Cleveland at home, but then last week not looking so good, and they lose, so they're 1-1. Jacksonville 0-2, rough start. Nick Foles going out week 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs, and then last week losing a close one against the Houston Texans. So they're home now. I think Jacksonville being at home on a Thursday is always a good thing. Most of the time, I'm going to pick the home team on a Thursday night game just because the home team is able to rest at home. They don't have to worry about traveling like the other team might have to going into a Thursday night game. Just adds a little bit more pressure to the away team. And we've seen a lot of ugly games on Thursday nights because of it. So I'm going to go with Jacksonville in this one. Plus 1.5 points. I'm going to take the points, obviously, since we're getting points. I'm going to say that Jacksonville beats the spread and wins this game straight up. So again, Jacksonville beating the Tennessee Titans. And guys, I also want to let you know that I do use the Score mobile app on Wednesday mornings to get my spreads. So that's where my spreads come in from. So if you're questioning where I get my spreads, that's where they are on Wednesday mornings. These lines can change, but I'm sticking to the picks that I have with the spreads that I have. So I have Jacksonville winning this game and beating the 1.5 point spread. We move to Sunday 1 o'clock games. The first game on my agenda, of course, is that Bills-Bengals matchup. The Bills with their home opener starting 2-0 for the first time since 2014. And this is an emotional game, guys, because this game, the Buffalo Bills are going to remember late, great Bills fan Pancho Villa at the game. So I look forward to watching that. And again, we'll have it covered here live on Billievers Talk for my reaction. You want to be here for that. And I have the Bills winning this game. They are a 6-point favorite, so I have them winning this game straight up. And I did hem-haw a little bit on if they were going to cover the spread or not. The Cincinnati Bengals team didn't look good at all last week against the Niners, but the previous week they looked all right against Seattle, only losing by a point. So hanging in there at Seattle. So I thought that was a good showing by them. But they followed it up with a dud. I think Buffalo's on a high emotional run, both being 2-0 for the first time since 2014 and also being at home in the home opener and then also celebrating the life of superfan Pancho Villa. I think it's going to be all go for the Buffalo Bills in this one. I think the Buffalo Bills will cover the spread. And the Buffalo Bills, of course, then win the game as well. Then we get into some of these 20-point spread games. Again, guys, 2 games with 20-plus point spreads. The first one, the Dolphins coming into Dallas. Dallas is a 21.5 point favorite. You're talking about a lot of points here. But from what we've seen out of the Miami Dolphins so far, they are a team that is absolutely in the rebuild, just trading Minkah Fitzpatrick. They have 3 first-round draft picks, but that does not help them this year. Can understand why players in the locker room would be upset with this team purposely obviously losing this season. You know, you want to show some heart, you want to show some grit, but it's hard to do when you see the GM constantly trading away these players. So, do I think the Dolphins can cover the spread? Let's be honest, guys. Dallas is going to win this game, right? 21.5 points at home. Dallas is going to win this game. This offense for Dallas looks really good so far, and I wouldn't be surprised to see this team just continue to look better, continue to grow. And I just don't know if they can cover that 21.5 point spread. I have them covering the spread, but that's a lot of points, so I would be careful if you pick this game. But I have Dallas winning and Dallas covering the spread at home. Then you go on to the Broncos at Packers. Packers an 8-point favorite. Packers 2-0. Broncos upset me a little bit last week. The refs helped out, of course, but I had them as my upset pick of the week, beating the Bears. Of course, they lose on a last-second field goal. But hey, that's what happens in the NFL. I have the Packers as an 8-point favorite. I have the Packers winning this game, but I have the Broncos keeping it close, covering that spread. That defense is pretty good. Both defenses, Packers looks a lot better than last year, and the Broncos still have a good defense. I think they're going to keep it close, but I think Aaron Rodgers wins this at the end of the day, and I think the Packers do beat the Denver Broncos at home. Broncos cover the spread. Next, you go to Indianapolis, where you have Jacoby Brissett going up against the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons coming off a win on Sunday night against the Philadelphia Eagles, and what was a good win. They looked a little sloppy at times. Matt Ryan still, not looking as impressive, but I think the Falcons come out on the road, get the win, and go to 2-1. Now with Drew Brees being hurt, that NFC South is up for grabs. The Falcons see that, and they want to take advantage real quick, get a big lead for when Drew Brees comes back. Hopefully they can still maintain that division lead. So I have the Atlanta Falcons beating the Colts in Atlanta. Now the Colts are in Indianapolis. I'm sorry, the Colts are 2-point favorites. So I have Atlanta beating the spread as well. So I have Atlanta both winning the game and covering the spread for that one. Then go on to probably the game of the week, the game I'm really interested in. It's a shame I won't be able to watch it, but hey, I'll get updates on it. Ravens at Chiefs. Chiefs are 7-point favorites. This Chiefs team had one good quarter against Oakland defense that's much improved, but not nearly as good as the Ravens, right? So I think 7 points is a lot here. I think the Chiefs at home get the victory, but I think the Ravens keep it within 7 points. Give me the Ravens to beat the spread, but give me the Chiefs to win this game. Raiders at Vikings. I have the Vikings winning this game at home and the Vikings covering the spread as well. I think the Raiders can keep it close for a little bit. We've seen that back-to-back weeks. They beat Denver on Monday night at home, and then last week, of course, they started hot 10-0 against the Chiefs, but then the Chiefs in the second quarter just kind of blew them away and then maintained that for the whole second half. Guys, give me the Vikings to cover the spread at home as well. Then we get into our next game with a 20-plus point spread, and of course, it's the evil empire. It's the New England Patriots at home against a third-string quarterback in the New York, New Jersey Jets. Of course, Darnold out with mono, and then you have their backup getting hurt on Monday Night Football. So we're on a third-string quarterback, and they go up against the Pats team who just covered a 20-plus point spread, or at least they could have. I think it was actually 19 point spread against the Dolphins. Give me the Pats at home to cover a 23-point spread against a division rival. And then you have the Lions at Eagles. Eagles 7-point favorites. Eagles at home. Eagles coming off a tough loss last Sunday night against the Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Eagles to win this game. Lions coming off an impressive win that maybe they shouldn't have won against the Chargers, but they did get the win there. But give me the Eagles to win this game, and it's at the link, so give me the 7 points, and the Eagles win, and the Eagles cover the spread. Next, you go on to the Panthers at the Arizona Cardinals. Panthers favored by 2.5 points. Guys, we know Cam Newton probably not going to play in this game, right? Suffering from a foot injury. I like what the Cardinals did against Baltimore, keeping it close. Again, closer than a lot of people picked. I had them beating the spread. That's one of the few I got right last week. I think the Cardinals actually win this game straight up, and in winning this game, they beat the spread. So give me the Cardinals both winning and covering the spread in this game. Giants at Bucks. I have the Giants covering the spread, which is 6.5 points. But again, backup quarterback, sitting Eli Manning. You're not just quite sure what you're going to get. Everyone's high on Daniel Jones for what he did in the preseason camp, things like that. But give me the Buccaneers. A veteran in Jameis Winston will be able to at home get a win. But give me the Giants to cover a 6.5 point spread. Texans at Chargers. Chargers coming off that disappointing loss to the Lions last week. 3-point favorites at home. But the Texans are looking pretty good so far, right? I know they squeaked out a division division win, but you're never quite sure about those division games, right? They can always go either way. Squeaked out that division win. Played the Saints tough with Drew Brees week 1. Give me the Texans to win on the road against the Chargers, and then also give me the Texans, of course, at that point to beat the spread straight up. Chargers 3-point favorites. Chargers, my preseason Super Bowl favorite, but not looking good to start off with that tough loss to the Lions. Give me the Texans to win. That means they beat the spread of 3 points. Then you go to Steelers at 49ers. Everyone knows that Big Ben will not be playing in this game. Goes to Mason Rudolph. I'm pretty high on Mason Rudolph. If you go back to the 2017 NFL draft, actually Mason Rudolph graded above Josh Allen at the time. Now, obviously, Josh Allen has changed my mind, and I do believe in Josh Allen, but I think Mason Rudolph can be a good quarterback, good backup in this league, possibly take over as a starter at some point for Big Ben. They just traded their first-round draft pick for Minkah Fitzpatrick, which means they feel pretty good about the quarterback situation. So they believe in Mason Rudolph, and maybe he'll make a believer out of all of us come this Sunday. Now, they're going against the 49ers, who had a great game against the Bengals this past Sunday, who beat Tampa Bay week 1 to start 2-0 for the first time since they went to the Super Bowl against Baltimore. This might be a good game. Give me the 49ers to win at home, but I think it's going to be close, and I think the Steelers cover that 7-point spread. So give me the 49ers, but give me the Steelers to cover the spread. Then you go Saints at Seahawks. Seahawks 4.5-point favorites. Listen, Teddy Bridgewater, I know you've started in this league before, and I think you're going to do all right. This is just a tough place to start in Seattle. Give me Seattle and give me the 4.5 points. I think Seattle covers the spread as well. Rams at Browns, your Sunday night football game. Listen, Baker, he did all right on Monday night against the Jets, but looked really bad week 1, and he didn't do too much to impress me week 2. Give me the Rams in this one. Give me the Rams both to win this game and to cover that 3-point spread. I think they're going to win this game by a good margin, actually, as the Rams win on Sunday night. Then we go to Monday Night Football, and it's the Bears, who really haven't impressed me the first 2 weeks, especially on offense, going up against the Washington Redskins, who have been able to start off hot, but then just by the second half just don't have enough to complete any type of win or upset. The Bears are 4.5-point favorites in this one. It is in Washington, but give me the Bears to win this one and give me the Bears to cover the spread. I think that offense finally wakes up a little bit. Matt Nagy finally gets that offense going, but we'll see what happens. Those are my picks. Again, I'll run through them real quick. Straight up, I have the Jags, Bills, Cowboys, Packers, Falcons, Chiefs, Vikings, Pats, Eagles, Cardinals, Rams, Texans, 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, Bears. And then against the spread, I have the Jags, Bills, Cowboys, Broncos, Falcons, Ravens, Vikings, Pats, Eagles, Cardinals, Giants, Texans, Steelers, Seahawks, Rams, and then Bears over there. And again, guys, if for some reason when I'm doing that quick recap, I mix them up, go with my first pick as my real pick. I know I did that last week in the video. Someone commented about that, so I appreciate that. Now we go to my survivor pool pick of the week. And again, 2 20-point spreads. You can't go wrong probably with either one, but to go with what I said before about not picking division games, both teams at home, I'm going to go with the Cowboys over the Miami Dolphins as my survivor pool pick of the week. So Cowboys over Dolphins, my survivor pool pick of the week. So if you're in survivor pool, best of luck there. But then I gave you my picks. Hopefully I do better than last week. Again, last week didn't look so hot. This week looking to rebound. So we'll look to see what we do. Again, guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, guys, hit that subscribe button. Also partnering with BewareTheStampede.com this year. Go to www.BewareTheStampede.com for Buffalo Bills information. Buffalo Bills fan page has all the information you would need for the Buffalo Bills salary cap, roster, Hall of Famers, stadium information, whatever you want. Go to BewareTheStampede.com. They got you covered. So again, those are my picks for this week. Let me know in the comment section what your picks are for this week. Like this video and share this video. I know a lot of people do pick'em videos out there. This is just another one. I enjoy all the pick'em videos that I can watch. Just see who's for our Bills, who's against our Bills. Always fun to watch. So again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. Hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about week 3. I'll talk to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.